Hello to my Libras. This is Queen Amara coming to you with your general reading, Libras. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend on today. If you're watching this video on Saturday, October 18th, happy Saturday. We are in a waning crescent moon. This cycle is closing out on Monday, October 20th. And so we start a new moon on October 21st. This reading is going to take us out until Sunday, October 26th, right? So, all right, Libras. Sending everybody lots of love and light. The moon is currently in Virgo if you're watching it on Saturday, October 18th. All of these readings are timeless. All of these readings are timeless. So let's get into it. Happy birthday to all of my Libras, and congratulations to those of you all who won some of the free oils. Everybody got their tracking number. So they were mailed out and you got your tracking number, okay? So thank you for supporting my channel. Hopefully everybody's having a great birthday. And we're going to get into it. Let's see what the current energy is around you all as you're winding down. Getting ready for this new moon. This new moon in Libra / Scorpio. So it'll still be in Libra when we're turning into this new moon in Scorpio. But so you'll be feeling the effects of the moon being in Libra. So don't be your own enemy by not purging. So do your purging, like close out cycles. Don't be indecisive about not closing out cycles when it comes to sacred relationships around money and sacred relationships around your sexual relationship, sacred sex. So if you feel like some people have done some things to you where it wasn't sacred, or around money, some people took advantage of you around financially, or something wasn't sacred, sources saying don't do yourself an injustice. You don't have to be mean-spirited, none of those things. Vibrate at a high frequency. Be fair to yourself. You're going to be fair-minded to everybody else. This is where you go really pour into yourselves and don't carry other people's feelings on your internal scales. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go through life with other people just because you feel like, okay, what are other people going to think? Hey, here we have the Seven of Cups here. Scales from your eyes have been removed. There's a current situation here. Something is over. Scales from your eyes have been removed. Scales from your eyes have been removed. There's two sides of the sword. Either somebody felt like you got away with something, or you felt like somebody else got away with something. If something is over, it's over. If it's over, it's over. Seven of Cups connects us with Scorpio. That's a death card, right? Death card. Sometimes when something is over, you go your way, somebody else goes their way. You don't have to, it'd be done deal. Something could be over. Something could be over. You don't have to reconcile. You don't have to reconnect. You don't have to have a rebirth. It could just be over. Ace of Swords here. Yep. Yeah. Challenge. So somebody may be asking what the motive is. That could be a challenge. Somebody could be really asking, what is the motive? Why? You may even want some clarity. You may want some clarity. You may want to ask why. Why cut cords now that something is over? Why cut ties now that something is over? Now that there's some clarity, now that there's a breakthrough, why cut ties? Why not have a rebirth? Why not, move on from something, right? But something may have spilled over. Something may have spilled over. Here we have the Fool card. Yeah, something else may have spilled over from something, right? Somebody tried to make somebody look like a complete fool. Somebody's pet could have been involved in something. Looking at here, fresh hope, take chances, new beginnings, travel. Something else could have been spilled over in something. So if somebody's asking why something, yeah, here we have the Page of Wands here. So somebody really wanted to, there's a fire sign that really wanted to send a message. They want to send a strong message. Like basically, they wanted to send a strong message. So while you're asking why, you may not know the extent of something that this, whoever this fire energy is, it's like they wanted to burn everything down. Whoever this energy is, it's like they wanted to just burn everything down. They want to get rid of everything. So it's almost like somebody was made to feel like a fool, so they just wanted to just burn everything down. Like get rid of everything. So something was almost like extreme, like somebody did something to the extreme. So here we have the Three of Pentacles here. So somebody has a leadership position possibly coming through, and a message of a leadership position coming through. And what I'm seeing here is that somebody is possibly a leader, but they're not necessarily a compassionate leader. Somebody could have be in the presence of a ruthless leader, like somebody who is kind of sort of win at all cost kind of energy. Somebody could be a young person that they feel like people were ruthless with them, and they could be that kind of energy. Like, they kind of take on that. You never know what you're awakening when you start out with the Seven of Cups, because the devil is in the detail, right? So when people have an awakening, when they're in an environment, when they're put in a snake pit, you don't know what you're awakening, what devil is coming out. Like, is it a demon of gluttony? And people don't even believe that could happen. Like, until you see a person that when the food is brought out, everything goes blank. Like, you saw a person's eyes bug out. Like, when the food is brought out, like the trays of food are brought out, they don't hear anything. It's like everything just goes silent for them. Food is brought out, they don't hear anything. And as funny as some people may think that is, but if you were to come back and ask them, can they know what happened? They really didn't hear or see anything. I don't know what's going on. They really just went on to a whole nother place. Somebody went to another place. It's almost like a word or something said, something, a trigger, and you don't know what triggers it. Somebody just goes to another place. Because they were made to feel like a fool. They were made to feel like a fool. A complete fool. And so Five of Swords here. Somebody was bullied. So whoever this fire sign is, they know what they did. They know what they did, and they got blood on their hands. Whoever this fire sign is, whatever they said to this person, really put a blowtorch in their back. Wherever they, in this situation here, basically it was their way or the highway. Whatever they said or did to them, right? And it could be the polarity, the 7 is 4. It could be Aries. It could be Aries sun or Aries moon sign. Whatever they said to this to make this energy feel like a fool, it's like they're just in robot mode. They're in zombified mode. So it's like a certain word or something they say to them just puts them, it's like a key stuck in their back. That just, they still processing. This right here, like somebody hit an enter button and they're still processing. They're still processing because they got, so it basically, like, anything they say to them, anything they, like, literally anything they say, their words could be used against them like they're in a court of law. Anything they say. That's the kind of violence or kind of abuse they went through. Just winning at all cost. So somebody don't know to the extent of what somebody already went through. So when somebody's saying they're cutting ties, somebody else knows a backstory before the seven of cups. Somebody knows the 6 of cups. Somebody knows the 5 of cups, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. Somebody knows the Ace of Cups. So before you get to 7 of Cups, if a person says, hey, they done, don't want nothing to do with anybody connected to that, and they go to 8 of Cups and they walking away, and people are asking why, it's because people were hell-bent on making somebody look like a fool. And so this energy right here, that's what all it took was to break somebody. And they still trying to process what was done to them. Somebody's still trying to process what was done to them. Yep, so a decision has already been made. But something was done behind an Aquarius's back. This is right here. The decision was a decision was done to do something behind an Aquarius's back. To partnership in a business and or in love. Some kind of a decision was made to put somebody in a snake pit, right? Somebody had an awakening, all right, but somebody is walking away because something was cold-blooded. Here we have Page of Pentacles here. Just to send a message to an earth sign. Just to send a message. 7 of Swords here. Somebody want to send a message that some kind of theft, betrayal, dishonesty, running away, divorce, an affair, deception, trickery. That's what the 7 of Swords means, right? But also on this channel, I always tell people, because there's so many people that have things in common, if you're learning tarot, all of these cards connect us with the zodiac sign. All of these. This connects us with Gemini, Aquarius. Of course, you got 8 of Cups here. Connects us with Pisces. That's the end of something. Something like putting it in, like really kind of like 12th house, right? It broke some kind of a chain, a tie, right? It broke something, broke someone, right? So somebody was determined to break somebody when somebody walked away. Just determined to break somebody, you know. And to make a point and to justify something, saying that somebody stole something from somebody betrayed somebody was dishonest, they ran away from something about a divorce, an affair, deception, some kind of trickery, some kind of anything to make a person look like a fool, a complete fool, right? Without getting a full story of anything. So when you go all the way back to Ace of Cups, that is the beginning of something, right? The very beginning of something. So starting out with the 7 of Cups just lets me know that several things. It doesn't start at the root. So people weren't interested in getting to the root of something, whatever this is. People weren't interested in getting to the root. That would be the Ace of Pentacles, right? Just put somebody in a very toxic environment to break somebody. So here we have the 5 of Wands. Because somebody saw somebody as a rival. Thought somebody was talking about somebody behind their back when everybody has so much stuff in common. So, yeah, a decision has been made. So judgment is coming down on somebody. Judgment is coming down on this energy who say, "Well, I was just playing, just taking a gamble on something. I was just going to try something different." Thinking that somebody was talking about somebody behind their back. Obsessed with breaking somebody. That's what this reading is about. Somebody was obsessed with breaking somebody, putting them in an environment and breaking them. So let's close out this cycle. Close out the cycle. Three of Wands here. So people are talking now, right? That's what somebody wanted. Somebody wanted people to talk. Now that's what they got. Somebody wanted some attention and they got it. So that is the reading. But this Lover's card, twin flame, should never burn you. And when people learn the true definition of a twin flame, but you only meet really once in a lifetime, it's not the same as a soulmate, right? You can look on social media. I say this a lot. You can look on social media at almost anybody's story, whether you know them or not, and connect with it, because we're all in human form, or we're a human being, or human form, I say that. And somehow you can find something you have in common with people. First red flag, pray and meditate. The dispenser of justice, Archangel Michael. Your enemy's plan backfire. Yeah. So somebody could have put you in a, you be scheduling a vacation. Like I said, something just needs to go its separate ways. Something just needs to go its separate ways. I mean, period. You could have had, like I said, somebody felt like something was their way or the highway. This could be a Leo for somebody. Leo sun or Leo moon. It, like I said, people were, like I said, Leo sun or Leo moon, but judgment is coming down on some energies. And anyway, everybody know who was sitting around the table. Here we have, yeah. Document your dreams day and night. Your gifts have increased. Somebody wants to call you, but they haven't changed. Throat chakra cleanse. You won't be returning their call, whoever they are. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Your new home awaits. Your ex was on some kind of an assignment. Yeah, somebody from your past thought that y'all were twin flames, so they decided to break. They decided to break somebody's child. I mean, this craziness. That is not a twin flame. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Whoever you are, you got a child or kids with somebody, and they feel like because y'all went y'all separate ways, they're gonna break you or break your kids. That right there is not a twin flame. I'm gonna tell you that. That is not a twin flame. That's not a twin flame. If you were ever confused as whether that was a twin flame or not, it is not. They got to do something to burn you or your kids. That is not a twin flame. They are straight from on an assignment from the devil. That's not a twin flame. So you're going to be documenting your dreams day and night. It's like they're going to make you come back through your kids. Whether it's a man or a woman, they're going to make you stay in a relationship through your kids. That is not a twin flame. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. Nobody can make somebody stay. So they're going to break you. They're going to tear. They're going to burn everything down in your life to make you come back to something. That is not a twin flame. They are straight up on an assignment from the devil right now. And when I say from the devil, I'm talking about their lower self operating in the flesh. An obsession. That's why you see the judgment card here. They're obsessed. They're obsessed with an image. Mirroring a particular image. That's what water is, a reflection. They want some kind of a reflection of something. Let's purge. Like basically, like somebody been sitting at home watching videos. I remember Music Video Connection from back in the day. Like somebody been watching videos of a music video where somebody wrote a script to something and said, okay, let's copy this love song okay, we're going to burn everything down and we're going to rebuild it this way, after they've caused all kinds of just brokenness. That's not a twin flame. We've traveled lifetimes to get to where we are right now. Let's rebuild this. Let's redo this. And somebody be watching too much TV, be watching too many other couples, be watching too many other people. Should have a right to say no. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, so money is coming across somebody's path. Somebody has already been through enough. That's what I'm saying here in the cards. When you already been through enough, you should be entitled to say no, thank you. Because something, like I said, somebody has been broken. Somebody tried to break you, whoever you are, so they couldn't break you. They broke your kids. I don't know who I'm talking to here, but so I'm seeing expansion on the horizon for you. Because no matter what you say or what you do, whoever you are, they're going to swear up and down you're talking about them behind your back. That's sickening. Every time you're trying to expand. So whoever you are, if you have any kind of a platform where you're inspiring people and you're trying to give examples, I keep trying to tell people this. Go online today, right now. Complete strangers, people you do not know. And I tell y'all this in my readings. I make reference to a lot of books, movies, audio books, all of that. If I say, okay, well, read this book, like y'all will see books and stuff on my table the way I had a different setup. I could be making reference to books, movies, without saying the title, this, that, and the other. Like I was telling y'all, well, not necessarily in this reading, this story with, it's an old movie. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's with Gwyneth Paltrow in it. And she was married to this guy. They weren't married when the movie first started. Married to this guy who inherited this big farm. And it's an older movie. And they eventually got pregnant. And the mother-in-law was like injected her with some kind of horse. Like she was trying to induce labor. The whole movie line was just crazy. It was just crazy. But so anything that you see, you can be inspired by anything and connected to this, because it's all connected. All of everything on planet Earth is connected. And so here you are trying to expand, and you can be talking about literally anything. You could be making reference to something you saw on, about somebody who was famous. And you can be like, oh my God, I can relate to that to some degree. But then tie it into something else and never mention somebody else's name. With this energy here, whoever this energy is, they would swear up and down that you were talking about. This is somebody who feels like y'all are twin flames. They would swear up and down you were talking about them. And even if your kids or your child did not have a clue as to what they were talking about, they're going to break somebody to get it out of them. Like, even if they don't even know, to make a person look like a fool. Like, okay, I know you know, I know you know, I know you know. You lying. Keep telling the person that they lying. I mean, guess what this is? Somebody's a Python spirit. It's a projection. Telling somebody that they're lying when they don't even know what somebody's talking about. Obsessed. Obsessed with ending you because you woke up to something. So you're going to break somebody else. That's what I have for you all. Close out this cycle in love. Don't do an injustice to yourself. Purge. But somebody will be able to relate, because your situation could have been, your situation, whoever you are, mirrors a lot of people's situations. And that 8 of Cups that you're moving on to is breaking a generational curse. It's breaking a generational curse. So you're not passing that tomfoolery down to your bloodline, through your kids, grandkids, and so on and so forth, that you can't even think about expanding. Right now we have the internet, right? So it's the World Wide Web, right? So imagine other ways people were trying to be innovative many years ago before the internet. But now you have the internet, right? There's nothing new under the sun. People are starting to see, okay, people are just being a little bit more creative and those kind of things. And you trying to expand and you trying to build and bring money into the household, and hey, look, we can expand, we can do this and that. And somebody, so yeah, anyway, your new home awaits. You're not returning their call. So your gifts have increased, and learn how to document your dreams day and night. So 3 of Wands. So I'm sending everybody lots of love and light. But you're not a fool. You are not a fool. Scales have been removed from your eyes, but you're breaking some kind of generational cycle chain and curse. Somebody had to put somebody in an environment with a den of snakes. Here, drink this, take that, do this and that, just to try to pull something out of somebody. And somebody had no clue as to what was going on. Had no clue as to what in the heck was going on. All right, that's what I have for you. Bye.